welcome. Welcome to Enuani Cultural Forum, where we promote the rich cultural heritage of the Igbo people. Welcome to Enuani Cultural Forum. What we do here is promote Igbo culture. And today, I'm going to be discussing why Igbo history is causing a stir in Nigeria's education system. Yesterday, I made a video, an edited video, and I posted. Because for the past 3 weeks, social media has been awash with news that Igbo history has been removed from Nigeria's education curriculum. So, a lot of people were upset, especially my Igbo brothers and sisters were upset. If history has been restored in schools, why should Igbo history be removed from the textbooks that are being used? So they paraded one book called Living History for junior secondary schools. And they said that book does not have Igbo history in it. So, being somebody who doesn't like to rush, I decided to go out there, back to secondary schools to find out the books they are using. Then I was directed to get a particular book called Spectrum. Now, the particular textbook for history from Spectrum is called Basic History for junior secondary schools. I got for JSS 1 and for JSS 2. And then I decided to do a review of the book to find out if truly Igbo history is being taught in schools. And I started reading the book. So yesterday, I made a video about Module 35 of the book, which discusses Igbo history and culture. So, and I posted it here on YouTube and other social media platforms. Boom. Go and see argument. Go and see quarrel. Go and see fight. I was wondering what is causing the argument, only for me to find out that people are upset to learn that Igbo people have such an illustrious history. I was so surprised. I was so surprised that people are upset to find out that Igbo people have such an illustrious history. They're even saying the book is fake. Now, the book that I reviewed is a book that is approved by Historical Society of Nigeria. And then it is used in secondary schools, particularly in Delta State. All secondary schools. And then the curriculum of all secondary schools in Nigeria is approved by the National Education Regulatory and Development Council, NERDC. All these approving bodies and institutions approved that book, Spectrum, for use in secondary schools. And the book thoroughly documented the Ibuku artifacts. And that was what I reviewed that is causing a problem. Some people are saying the Ibuku artifacts are Benin artifacts. It's so shocking that in this age, and some people who accepted that they are actually Ibuku artifacts are saying, so Igbo history started in 1939 when Isaiah Nozier made that discovery. Isaiah Nozier was excavating a well behind his house at Ibuku when he discovered something that shook the world. When he discovered those artifacts of remarkable craftsmanship and detail, the most sophisticated and detailed artifacts there is in that epoch came from Igbo land. And then some people try to rubbish the ingenuity of Africans of Igbo extraction by saying that the artifacts are not of Igbo origin because they had copper in them, and copper is not indigenous to us. Well, thank God that today it has been proven that copper is one of the mineral elements abundant in Igbo land and other parts of Nigeria. So, yes, there was copper then. So, because the artifacts, some of them are made of copper, bronze, lead, and all what have you. Those artifacts also depicted traditional Igbo practices. That is why the anthropologists, after examining the artifact, said they parallel modern Igbo culture. You see one of the most prominent of the artifacts, a woman having itchy marks all over her face. So I'm making this video to clarify that the book is not a book I randomly chose. The textbook was approved by, good morning, ma. The textbook was approved by Historical Society of Nigeria and National Education Regulatory and Development Council, NERDC. So it wasn't my making. The book is in use in all secondary schools across Nigeria. So for those who are saying that Igbo history was removed from the curriculum of secondary schools in Nigeria, it is not true. In fact, what we are facing is that Igbo history that is being showcased in schools portrays us as people who have rich cultural heritage, because those artifacts are clearly stated to be dated 9th century, and by that they are the oldest artifacts in the entire Africa. I'm not saying West Africa, in Africa. Those artifacts are 9th century, older than the ones you would find in Egypt, the Nubians and the Kemets. I don't want to be calling them Egypt now. Let me call them by their real names. The ones from Kemet, the ones from Nubia, are all of that same epoch with these artifacts from Ibuku. Then others are trying to say that perhaps because of our trade relationship with people of that region, that is why we were able to get copper. But however it is, those artifacts are indigenous to Igbo land, and they are well documented in textbooks, and these textbooks are in use across secondary schools in Nigeria. Welcome, my brother. We are looking at the gist going on everywhere in Nigeria. It's a rumor actually that Igbo history was removed from textbooks that are used in Nigeria. You know, history has just been restored to schools. For over 10 years, history was removed. People were not studying history in schools anymore, in secondary schools in Nigeria. I said it was bringing division. It was not bringing, there was no benefit of studying history. I mean, all kinds of excuses that they gave. Interestingly, that was during Jonathan's administration. So when it was removed, continued all through Buhari's administration, maybe towards the end of his administration, history was now restored. So the textbooks that are recommended for the study of history, the mother na-ekuzi na ewepụlụ Igbo history from the contents of the textbook. So I proceeded to get a copy of the textbook, study it, and then reviewed it. I posted the video here on my channel. What I've noticed is that some of these topics that are very topical, very important to us, they don't actually get our attention. But this is a very interesting topic. It is a good thing. It is not only bad news that we should trend. This is good news. If you go to the textbook and open it, you will see Benin artifacts well documented there and stated 16th century. You will see Yoruba Ife art well documented there and stated 13th century. You will see the Ibuku artifacts well documented there and clearly written 9th century, 400 years older. 400 years older than the artifacts that you find in Ife. So that textbook, Spectrum, Basic History, used across all secondary schools in Nigeria, clearly appreciates, identifies, recognizes the antiquity of Ndi Igbo. And such news should trend. Such videos should trend. When we post such videos, trend it, share it, allow your children to also watch it. Let them know, let them have a glimpse of who they are or the greatness that they are coming from. If they know where they are coming from, the greatness of their ancestors, they will stop denying their Igbo identity. If they are able to see that this is what their ancestors were able to achieve in the 9th century, that's over 1,200 years ago, then they will appreciate that they are from a lineage, a bloodline of greatness. Somebody who is clearly taught this will rarely ever deny his or her Igbo identity. So what are we saying today? I looked at the textbooks that are used in the study of history in Nigeria, and I found out that Igbo history is clearly documented there and stated to be a people of antiquity. For those who say that Ndi Igbo do not have kings, that is how they say it. It is in the book there that the artifacts, when studied by Torsten Shaw, because it was not just an Isaiah Nozier that worked on Igbo arts. Isaiah Nozier first made his discovery in 1939. And then, after 1939, 21 years later, in 1960, Professor Torsten Shaw, a professor of anthropology, visited Igbo and made deeper discoveries. After the analysis of these artifacts, it was concluded that these artifacts are traceable to the kingship system practiced in Igbo land, that is that of Ezenri. So that is it. People were already making a buzz that Igbo history was removed from Nigeria's education curriculum, but it wasn't. In fact, Igbo history in Nigeria's education curriculum describes Ndi Igbo as a people of antiquity, the oldest of all the ethnic groups in Nigeria, according to the book Basic History used in secondary schools in Nigeria. It is a book from Spectrum's catalog. So, basic history from Spectrum, the book used in secondary schools in Nigeria, recognizes and appreciates the antiquity of Ndi Igbo. It clearly states there that Igbo artifacts are of 9th century and in effect are the oldest of the artifacts in Nigeria, the most sophisticated, the most detailed, and it is clearly written there in the textbooks. And the textbooks are approved by Historical Society of Nigeria. And then in terms of writing, you know, the colonizers often say that Africans were not writing, that we could not document our history. But the book proves them wrong as well. In CBD writing, the writing system of Ndi Igbo, called CBD, is clearly documented in the textbook as well, indicating that our ancestors have been writing even before contact with the Europeans. I met my own grandfather. He writes. They had ways of labeling their yam. They had different systems of representing items. So, hieroglyphics, system of writing of our people called CBD, is well documented in the textbook. So for the naysayers, for those who are crying, especially those who are of the other ethnic groups who feel they are in a competition with Ndi Igbo, you cannot compete with your ancestors. You cannot be in a competition with those who are older than you, those who have been here before you as well. History proves it that they are older than you. Historically, they are older than you. So there's no point trying to be in competition with them, trying to make it look like trying to make you irrelevant. The oldest artifact discovered from Yoruba land is from Ife. Is Ife Act. This artifact is dated 13th century. The oldest artifact discovered in Benin is 16th century. And then Ibuku art, 9th century. Do you see how many years apart? Almost 700 years between Ibuku art and Benin art. 400 years between Ibuku art and Ife art. Then the knock is around 12th century. So I'm very, very glad to inform us or to let us know that our history is well documented. I like when history is well documented because nobody can twist it anymore. When our children enter JSS 1 and are taught in classrooms about the antiquity of Ndi Igbo, how we are a people of known cultural heritage, how we are a people of great value, people from a stock of excellence, they will no longer deny their Igbo identity. People will embrace more their Igbo identity if they are taught from JSS 1, JSS 2, JSS 3 that Igbo people are people of greatness. That way it will be difficult for them to deny their Igbo identity. When our people are taught and told that they are people of greatness, they will rarely ever deny their Igbo identity. So we are people of greatness. We are great people. We are Igbo, and there's nothing that can change that. So I'm so glad that what I'm saying is not just what we come online every time and make noise about. By the grace of God, we've been able to push it up to classrooms. And today, we have textbooks where Igbo history is taught in classrooms and questions are asked for people who are from different ethnic groups to answer. So the books were not written by me, they were not written by us. Only what we could do was to make suggestions. The textbooks used in secondary schools in Nigeria are approved by the Historical Society of Nigeria. The curriculum is also approved by the National Education Regulation and Development Council, NERDC. I am not an anthropologist, I am a scientist as well. So, the books were written by historians of immense educational repute. The artifacts were certified by the National Council for Museums and Monuments. So, Emmanuel Charles, I'm addressing you now. In case you have any doubts, these artifacts were certified by the National Council for Museums and Monuments. They were discovered by Tostan Shaw, a professor of anthropology. So it is not only we're trying to lord it over you, they are over you already. So nothing to argue there. How are you sure what you are saying is true? And then, so Okechukwu Okafor says, Dad, my birthday is May 31st. Dad, woman living in America. Who is this person, Okechukwu Okafor? What's all this? Are you the one handling your phone or somebody is having your phone? Huh? Okechukwu Okafor. Are you the one handling your phone or somebody is handling it for you? Okay, so I just want to make it abundantly clear. Igbo history was not removed from the curriculum of secondary schools in Nigeria. Igbo history is studied in schools. And it is clearly written that Igbo artifacts, especially the ones from Igbo, are the oldest in sub-Saharan Africa and the entire Africa. The only artifacts you will compare with them are those from Kemet. So that is